Why is it important for artists to photograph their artwork? And what is the best way to photograph their artwork? Both good questions and really important questions. Hi, my name is Kelly Cushing, and I am the owner and founder of the Art Hive Collective. I started the Art Hive Collective to showcase artists, to get their art out to the world, and to unite art collectors and artists so they can hopefully share their artwork. I believe art is life. I've been a photographer for a long time, and art has always been a part of my life. I think it's really important for our mental health, our creativity, and really just making the world more beautiful. What I've noticed lately, though, and not lately even so much, but doing the Art Hive Collective, I've noticed with the artists, a lot of times they're not photographing their art, or they're not photographing their art really well. And it's not really a hard thing to do. It's actually quite easy. It just takes a little bit of knowledge and a little bit of patience, and like anything, practice makes perfect, right? So once you kind of get the gist of it, which is not hard at all, and you can use things that you wouldn't think that you could use anymore. But so that's what today's all about, is why it's important and how you would do it. So if you have any questions, I'm just going to put that out there. If you have any questions, please let me know. Just put in the comments. I'm hoping I can see my comments. I'm a little new at doing this whole live thing, so I'm going to try and keep on it. So I know it's not like Zoom where people are live and like right there with you, so they can't really talk to me. But if you have any questions and I don't get to them, I will get to them. If I don't see them tonight, I will look at them and answer your questions. So please leave any questions you may have, and if you want to set up a call with me to go over some things, we can do that as well. Or you can also email me at info@thearthive, have to enunciate the arthivecollective.com. So why am I so passionate about photographing your art? There's actually many reasons. Like I said, I've seen artists that sell their originals and haven't taken a photograph of them, and I think that is lots of opportunities missed. So one reason, even if you're not going to sell your art, even just documenting your artistic journey is important, and you might want to go back to a piece or remember a piece that you did that you really liked a certain aspect of it, and you can't go back to it because now it's across the country because you gave it to Aunt May or Uncle Tom or something like that, and it might not be easy to reach. So if you photograph it, now you have it in your hopefully database. So just for your own journey, I think it's important. But now going into like monetizing your artwork, the world is a digital world. It's not just brick and mortar anymore at all. I mean, the COVID definitely changed that for sure. But we're all online now. Everything is online 24/7. Social media, websites, online stores, online art markets, all those things. And it's one of the best ways and the most inexpensive ways to promote yourself is on social media. And it's free, unless you pay for advertising. But if you're going to do a website or be a part of a platform like the Art Hive Collective, you need a good visual representation of your art. It's essential to really have your art seen across the world. And like I said, it's 24/7. So you could be sleeping and someone across the world could be looking at your art. Also, if you want to go into galleries, or an art critic wants to see your creative journey, or a journalist is writing an article about a creative journey from beginning to where you're at now, having that documentation of your journey is very important. Also, art licensing. So you can use your art and sell your images of your artwork and use it for curtains, blankets, bed sheets, it's infinite. Actually, there's so many different things you can use it for. And if you don't even do art licensing, you can also do print on demand, where you can print it on canvases of different sizes, posters of different sizes, paper, and then you can put it on things like products like t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, socks, even shoes, blankets, phone cases, pillows, mugs, posters. I think I said posters, coasters, different bags, mouse pads. There's like I said, lots of different things that you can put on. And yeah, it's not going to be a ton of money, but still, you could be making $5 or $10 a sale. And when you get that going, it could get more and more all the time. So I wouldn't pass up a $5 bill. If I walked down the street and saw a $5 bill on the street, I would pick it up for sure. So why not expand? And when you do that, you just have to set it up once, put it on Etsy, or put it on your own website, or put it on the Art Hive Collective, and there's other ones like Society 6 and what's the other one called? Redbubble, and probably way more. So there's lots of opportunities to put it out there. And then once you photograph your original pieces, you still have the ability to have passive income from your artwork. The most important is when you're not photographing your art, you're leaving money on the table. And why would you do that? You spent probably years developing your skills, brushes and paints, and if you're a photographer, cameras and backdrops, and if you're a sculptor, clay and different tools to use, and the time that it spends to develop it and where you've gotten, it's huge. So monetize that the best way possible. Anyone else, I mean, you go to school as a lawyer, you go to school for umpteen years to be a lawyer, and you charged a lot of money to be that. So it's the same thing. I think it's a mindset that a lot of creative people have. Well, that's a whole nother show, that's for sure, a whole nother conversation. So doing the photographing of the art is actually, it's simple and it's pretty easy. It just takes, like I said, some time and some practice and some trying to set up different ways of doing it. So I'm just gonna give you a few tips to help you. So one of the big ones, or where to start off, is with lighting. So lighting, use natural light whenever possible. So if you're even an apartment, if you're getting natural light through your window, if you can go outside, it's best to take it on overcast days, because the sky is now just a great big light box. It's all even lighting. So that's the best thing. And watch out for harsh light with any lighting. Watch out for harsh light and watch out for shadows. So the trick with the shadows is not getting between your artwork and the light source. If you do that, then, so you know how sometimes if you're taking a picture with your phone or whatever and you have it like this, well, now your image is it's got a phone across it, because you're in between, something's in between, not you, but your phone is in between the light source and the image, or the artwork or the paperwork or whatever you're photographing. So be careful of that. For artwork, there's a few different ways you can do it. For the initial ones, or for the ones to set for doing any kind of artwork online, you'd want to have just a full frame of your artwork. You don't want to stray from that for the original one. You can also add more pictures, and that's actually best, to add more pictures. You want one with straight on of your art piece, and then you want you can have it on a wall, or you could have, if your artwork is textured possibly, or it's multimedia and it's got maybe some lace in it, or something with the texture, and you want to show off that texture, because a lot of times with just taking a flat photograph, you can't always see the texture in it. So highlight those interesting facts of your piece. Don't use that as your main piece, obviously, but you can use that as what's the word? Extra piece. and then people can get a better understanding of your art, a better feel for it. So, and as far as cameras go, you don't need a fancy camera. Nowadays, smartphones are amazing. Smartphones can take great pictures. And there's so many things you can do with smartphones. Like, for instance, a good thing to start off is you can set up a grid. There's a grid setting usually on most, and these are most smartphones. You can check, go on Google and Google your brand and your model and see what is available. But with the newer ones, there's usually a grid on it, which is great for centering your artwork and also making it as flat as possible. And also you can turn up the resolution. You want the highest resolution possible on your phone, because that'll give you the best product in the end. And make sure your flash is turned off, because again, you don't want, especially if it's something shiny, you don't want that bounce of flash, because that'll just, you know, like pictures of people, you can tell where the flash is because it goes to that one person, or their eyes or glasses all go crazy. So those are kind of the main, the biggest one I forgot. So when you're photographing, you want your art and your camera to be parallel, because once, this is my, if it's off, if one of them's off, if your camera is flat and your artwork is a little skewed, you need to match it and make the camera like that, or else when you take a picture, the top part is going to look smaller and it's going to do this. So you want it as parallel as possible. I know sometimes it's not so easy, but it's very important, because you don't want to have to do skewing it in post-production. So that would be a big one for me. So again, experiment with angles. Like I said, this is kind of your basic, but then experiment with angles. If you have something with texture, photograph that. If you have something with kind of unique brush strokes, photograph that. Different angles, and experiment, like play with the light and play with, you know, it doesn't have to be straight light. You can use, I use paper, because paper is a great bounce. It's white, so it bounces right in. But there's lots of different things you can use. And if you're, so back to the lighting, if you're not shooting in natural light, be careful of incandescent lights give off a orangey yellow hue, and fluorescents give off a blue. So make sure your phone or your camera can light white balance. That's very important. And again, these are things that you can do in post-processing or even while you're taking the picture itself. So there's lots of different, well, if you have a newer phone, you probably don't need an editing app for your camera on your phone. The phones are now, like I said, really pretty amazing. So if you just use your phone, you can do things like the white balance, and if you need to brighten it up or brighten it down, I guess that would be darken it. You can do that on your phone. Anything like that. If you need to skew it, you can do it on, I mean, there are programs like Photoshop, which are pretty big, powerful programs. So there's a lot to learn, and you can get the lesser version. I think they're like $97, like it's a flat fee of the Photoshop. Oh, it just left me. Photoshop something. Sorry, I'm totally having a brain fart on that one. But there are lesser ones, or you can get Photoshop, the full version of Photoshop for, I think I'm paying $15 a month, which is affordable, right? Especially if you're doing this often. And you can use it for your family photos or for your photographs of the nature or events going on in your city. You can always use it for that. So that's kind of a brief, obviously quick version of how to do it, how to photograph it. Some cameras offer pro mode. Again, you'd have to check the manuals for that. So basically, it comes down to when you're photographing your artwork, the first impressions, they matter, right? So like for potential customers or galleries, or if you're doing a competition, the jurors, your photographs are the first thing they see, their first impression of you, or of your artwork, not of you, but of your artwork. And so you want your photographs to be representative of you and of your art and your oh my god, I'm having blanking of words, your abilities. So you don't want to give people a bad first impression, because they won't come back. Like anything, you know, first impressions are very important. So again, and the details, they tell the story. So high quality photos, it allows viewers to appreciate the finer details and the textures and the brushstrokes and like I said, any kind of multimedia things that you may put in there that may be harder to see in person. It can significantly impact the emotional connection and overall appreciation of your work. The professional presentation really makes a difference. The crisp, well-composed photographs, they project a sense of professionalism and the seriousness of your work and of your career. And it can set you apart from other artists, because other artists may not take the time to learn how to photograph their art well. So the way of thinking of it too is photography is a way of marketing yourself and your artwork. In today's digital world, everybody is online, like I said, and it's crucial for people to see who you are and what you are. High quality photographs are essential. You really need to take the time and learn how to do it properly and learn how to do it well. Just like you take the time and learn how to do your art well, you need to, you know, switch gears a little bit, but represent yourself in the same way. You know, like for websites, social media platforms, online marketplaces, and consistency is key. So if you consistently use a photo style and the lighting and how you do it, it'll create a professional cohesion across your whole portfolio. So people will see your work and they'll know you because they know your style, just like your artwork. And then by presenting your artwork professionally throughout your high quality photos, it builds trust with your consumers, your clients, your art lovers, your fans, basically. So I think that's pretty much what I wanted to cover. Again, I don't know if I can see if anyone's leaving me anything. I can't see anything. So if anyone has any questions, that's not the right one. If anyone has any questions, please leave it in the chat or the comment section, and I will get back to you. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for photographing your art and why it's important. So basically, as a summary, if you're not photographing your art and you're not photographing your art well, you could be leaving money on the table. And again, it's important. Like, as an artist, it can be a little bit of imposter syndrome going on, and you're worth it, and you've spent a lot of time building your skill, and you need to monetize for it, because that's what can make you turn you into a professional artist from maybe someone that just does it as a hobby. But who doesn't want to be a professional artist, right? So okay, so also I was going to ask you a favor. I need a favor if possible. I was wondering if you guys can give me a little bit of feedback on a project I was contemplating. I was going to do a video kind of the same, what we're talking about today, but a little bit more expansive and a little bit more hands-on. Like, I can pull out a camera and show you how to set up a photo shoot kind of thing for your artwork. just let me know if that would be any interest to you, because if there's enough interest, then I'll go ahead and do it. If not, then I won't make it a priority for sure. So if you can, I would appreciate it if you comment in the comments. Leave your comment in the comments. That's a lot of commenting. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much. I'm going to wrap up now, and thank you so much for spending some of your Friday afternoon or evening with me. I hope this was some value for you. I don't know if I'm going to do it this way next time. I think I like Zoom better. Let me know about that one too. That would be good feedback. I would love feedback. I love feedback. Tell me what you think and what you need. But yeah, so thank you for spending some of your Friday with me. I hope it was a value. I love doing this. This was fun because I'm very passionate about this. This is something that I think is really important for artists, is to get their art out there and seen as a professional and in a professional way. So yeah, so like I said, if you have any questions, please, if you don't want to comment, you can send me an email at info, I-N-F-O, at the Art Hive, how do you spell that? TheArtHive Collective, COLLETC. No, I spelled that totally wrong. Collective.com. And then I'll bid you adieu. I don't think I've ever said that before. Thank you for coming, and thank you for showing up, and have a great day.